We are one day away from Espanyol, and I opened the comments this morning expecting some kind of pre-match energy. And instead, it's the same thing it's been all week. Corruption, referees, the whole rotten system. Fans are absolutely refusing to move on, Tio.
And honestly, I respect the consistency. One fan put it perfectly. The referees of the Spanish League are textbook corrupt. Get rid of all of them. That's not a hot take anymore, Rafa. That's a consensus opinion in this fan base.
We've been covering this corruption rage since the Betis draw. That was over a week ago now, and it has not cooled down one single degree. If anything, it's getting sharper. Another fan said, they admit it in the media and nothing happens. And that's the part that's really eating people alive.
That's the specific wound, isn't it? It's not even that people are in denial. The corruption is apparently being acknowledged publicly, and the system just keeps turning. One fan said, and I'm translating this directly, "This sport disgusts me, and the ordinary justice system needs to step in on all of this." That's not a football fan talking anymore. That's someone who's genuinely lost faith.
Madre mia, and the top comment, 27 upvotes, so this is the one that resonated most, was basically, go after the corrupt ones hard, short, angry, final. No nuance, no debate, just fury with a direction.
What's interesting to me is that we've had episodes on referee rage. Episodes on the La Liga is beyond saving sentiment, the Deschamps theory, the boycott crowd, and none of it has resolved. Fans aren't cycling through topics, they're just stuck in this one place. The corruption feeling has become the emotional wallpaper of this fan base right now.
And look, we are literally one day from a La Liga match, and the pre-match buzz in the comments is nothing. Almost zero energy about Espanyol. The corruption discourse has completely swallowed the match preview. That tells you everything about where fans' heads are at.
Which is wild when you think about it. Espanyol, tomorrow, La Liga, presumably still with something to play for in terms of pride and rhythm. And fans cannot bring themselves to care. The emotional energy is all going toward the referees and the institution. Venga, that's the state of the fan base heading into this one.
Right, let's talk about something that did get a reaction. And it's absolutely unhinged in the best way. Someone in the comments is claiming that Mbappé elbowed someone in the face, on the chin, and they added a laughing emoji. Que barbaridad.
I saw that. It's aggression by Mbappé with the elbow above the opponent's chin. With a laughing emoji, as you said. Now, I don't know the full context of whatever incident this is referring to, but the fact that this is landing with a laugh rather than outrage tells you something about where Mbappé's reputation is in the fan base right now.
It's like, even when something mildly controversial happens with Mbappé, fans aren't defending him with passion anymore. They're just laughing. There's a detachment there. This time last year, that comment would have started a war. Now it's just another joke.
And that's actually more damning than outright criticism, isn't it? Indifference and mockery is the final stage. The Mbappé project is dead narrative we covered right after Betis. It's not getting louder, it's just settling in as accepted reality for a lot of fans.
Meanwhile, on the Vinicius front, and this ties into what we were discussing yesterday with the contract panic, a fan said something that I think a lot of people quietly believe. Without Vinicius, it'll take 3 to 5 years to even attempt to win the Champions League again. 3 to 5 years, Maria.
And another fan put the flip side of that. I'm grateful they finally stopped messing with Vinicius, which suggests there's a group of fans who feel like he's been undervalued or misused, and now that sentiment is starting to crystallize around how irreplaceable he actually is.
The Champions League exit is still very much alive in people's minds too. One fan wrote, and this is the most thoughtful comment in today's batch, the most worrying thing for Real Madrid isn't losing a match. It's reaching the point of wanting Mourinho back as a miracle solution compared to the new football being proposed. That's a deep one.
That fan is essentially saying, the fact that the Mourinho debate even exists is the symptom, not Mourinho himself. And they're right. We spent a whole episode on the Mourinho-Zidane war in the comments. But the real story behind that debate is that fans have lost confidence in the current project so completely that they're reaching backward for salvation.
And that same comment mentioned the new football being proposed, which I read as a very pointed dig at Arbeloa. Not naming him, but absolutely meaning him. The despair about the coaching situation is still there. It's just being expressed through this kind of indirect language now.
It's almost polite at this point compared to what we were seeing a week ago. The Arbeloa rage has gone from screaming to sighing, which, honestly, might be worse. You can fix anger. Resigned disappointment is much harder to come back from.
So to put it all together, the fan base heading into Espanyol tomorrow is still furious at referees and the institution, mildly amused and detached from Mbappé, quietly terrified about Vinicius's future, and philosophically worried about the whole direction of the club. That's a lot to carry into a Thursday match.
And yet, Espanyol is tomorrow. Real Madrid will walk out. The ball will be kicked. And whatever happens, the fans will feel something. Maybe the match itself reignites something. Maybe it deepens the despair. That's why we show up, isn't it? Vamos.
Hala Madrid, that's it for today. Tomorrow morning, we'll be back for the full pre-match preview before the Espanyol kickoff. All the fan predictions, all the anxiety, all the hope, and then the day after, the full reaction. Don't go anywhere.
And if you've got a take on Espanyol, on Mbappé's apparent elbow, on anything, drop it in the comments. We read everything. See you tomorrow, Tios.